All right. Just getting this going. The live Moxie Blossom situation. Hey everybody, welcome. Doing a live here. Getting ready to talk about some radio play that's going to be happening today. Evelyn and I are about to go live and start having a chat. How's everybody doing today? What's going on? What's going on this live stream? Sort of morning time on the East Coast, super early morning time on the West Coast. Hey everybody, just saying hi here. Welcome to the stream. It's freezing cold up where I am, up in Maine, and super windy as well. Hey Ev. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we're trying to connect with Evelyn and see if we can join forces. Hey.
All right, let's see if I can get this situated here so I can put you up.
I know, it's like with the live, all of a sudden you just have half of your screen available.
No, I know. Okay. Ooh. I don't want to break this, but we're trying. 1 sec.
Totally.
Yeah. Are you live? Yeah, I'm live. Why? I didn't know if you needed something recording or Yeah, definitely. Doesn't matter. All right. This
All right. What's going on, Eric?
I'm struggling so hard. No. I need something to put behind. Actually, can you bring me a piece of tape? Tape. Like a piece of tape. We're gonna get this situated, Jacob. It's gonna be great.
I understand. Well, while you're getting situated, I'll just brief everybody who's joining about some of the exciting stuff that's about to happen today, which is, if you're just tuning in or if you've just taken a listen to some of the music that we've been making, we started this group, Moxie Blossom. We've written this song, I'd Rather Be the Moon. And if you've been on our page, you've heard little snippets of it, excerpts of the single. But no one's actually heard the full song yet. It comes out this Friday. But amazingly, we've gotten the music to some people, and one of the people that heard it is an amazing DJ in Los Angeles named Nick Harcourt. And Nick not only was into the song and wanted to play it once last week, but he's playing it twice today. So we wanted to jump on live because in, I think, roughly about 10 minutes, we're going to be able to listen together to I'd Rather Be the Moon live on the radio.
Yeah. Do you have anything to celebrate?
Well, okay, so I've got coffee to start, but I do have some rosé downstairs that I'm going to try to get as well.
I have some sparkling water that my parents just had sitting around, so...
Okay, that's perfect. I do have some sparkling rosé, so I need to get it.
Definitely.
I need to go get it.
We have a few minutes before our song is supposedly going to go on, guys, and we're pretty excited. I think that this is a great debut, a great start for Moxie Blossom and our first release, which is coming Friday. If you didn't know, Friday is the day.
Okay, so I just got like a Q&A here from someone about what is the song called?
That's such a good question. And we have plastered it all over our page. So definitely check it out. It's called I'd Rather Be the Moon.
Yeah.
We have smeared it everywhere it could be smeared, from our Instagram pages to Moxie Blossom's Instagram page. And it's going to be released on Friday. Anything interesting, any like special thing we could say about it?
I think there's a lot that we could say about it. I mean, the first is that this was something that we collaborated totally remotely over FaceTime, and you never know what's going to happen when you try to write something for the first time, and you definitely don't know what's going to happen when you try to write something for the first time over video chat.
Yeah.
So, um, I'd rather be the moon really feels like a really serendipitous and I don't know, just kind of an amazing thing that you don't doesn't happen all the time, right?
Oh, for sure. It's kind of one of those magic sessions where we're like, whoa, okay, like what else can we do together?
Exactly.
And that was kind of the birth of Moxie Blossom, I think, was just realizing, okay, whatever we're making together is completely different than what we're doing on our own. And it's
Yep.
just this interesting combination that has really turned into a pretty cool band, I think. I mean, you guys haven't heard uh, the handful of songs that we've done, but we're excited for you to hear them, and you will hear them eventually,
Yep.
especially this Friday and on the radio right now. So,
I was gonna say, Evelyn, so I have on my end over here, I pulled up the live stream on my computer and I've got it going,
me too.
and they're playing some Santana right now.
Yeah.
Um, and so when it actually comes on, should I blast it from my end or do you want to blast it from your end?
Um, are we recording it too? Because I feel like it'd be good to have that.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
recording it.
okay, then yes. Why don't you blast it from your end? I have it playing quietly in the background here, just so I know when it's on for sure. And I'm really excited.
Perfect.
But I'll mute mine when it comes on, and you can
Perfect.
blast it.
I love it. I'm keeping it on like super low in the background too, just in case, and the recording's going, so we're all set.
No, that,
Um,
I'm also going to, not through this phone, obviously, because we're FaceTiming, but I'm also going to video this special little. Are you kidding me? I just got a notification that my cousin just started following us. She's actually here. She's going to be filming this for us. She just started following us, so thank you for that.
that's
I'm glad,
great.
I'm glad that you've joined us. Uh,
That's great.
But so she'll be filming, so we have this fun footage of our song debuting on the radio. For those people who might miss our live stream, they'll get to see it as well. But I'm excited.
Oh, we got Shay's here. Hey, Shay. She says, "Yay, love you too." Power duo.
Howard, that's cool.
That is cool. No,
Very
I was just texting with Shay and I was telling her how when we were doing American Idol, um, it was so nice for me to have someone there who I knew before Hollywood Week. Like we had texted over, we'd either texted or we were DMing over Instagram, and Shay had actually found me and recruited me to do the show. So she was like my connection. That I don't know, like a personal connection to when you do a TV show. It can be really big. There's a lot of stuff going on. It can feel sometimes it feels impersonal because there's just so much happening at one time. But every time I saw you, Shay, it was like, okay, the temperature dropped a little bit. Everything wasn't so crazy, and it was just really, it was really. She was a really supportive person.
mm,
And you got to have supportive people, especially when you're trying to do something that's really hard, right? Like if you're trying to be on a TV show, or even if you're doing something like trying out for a band or trying out for um, some sort of audition, or you're interviewing for a job or something. All this kind of stuff, it's like there's always so much pressure. And if you have people who are just who you connect to in your life who can just kind of calm the temperature, it helps so much.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
Right?
And I feel like also shout out to Shay because if she hadn't have found you or hadn't have found me, we would have never met. Therefore, Moxie Blossom would never have formed.
I know. It's
So,
kind of amazing, right?
no, it is. It's just kind of the long line of, you know, connections and people that you meet that bring you to the next steps in your journey. And
Yeah.
you know, this, I feel like even this was a surprise to us. I mean, we met almost 2 years ago, and now we finally decided to try to collab, and then this happened. So I'm pretty excited.
Me too. You never know how stuff is going to pan out. And also, you should just, also, it's like a lesson in just, you know, be on good terms with people. Just try to go into situations and stay on good terms. Because if you stay on good terms, then you might get a random text message just being like, hey, you want to try to do something? Because you're friends, right? So just stay friends with people. I'm in a very philosophical mood this morning.
Like, stay friends.
We've got some other questions coming in here. Let's see. When is it going to be on? So we're waiting right now. We're thinking that I'd Rather Be the Moon is going to be played in a matter of minutes because it's this special thing for KCSN called the Fresh Squeeze Track of the Day, which means that they play it twice in one day, which is kind of amazing for a new song for an unknown band that doesn't have any music out.
Agreed. I mean, this song's not even released yet, so what a cool way to kick off Moxie Blossom's first single ever by having it played on this awesome radio station out in LA with Nick Harcourt. It's going to be awesome.
Let's see. Is it time yet?
I don't know. Wait.
Music from Houston, Texas, from the artist Griffin Swank. That's a track called Madness, closing out our set. It's 12.5 minutes after the hour of 8. Hey, it's Tuesday, March 2nd, the Nick Harcourt Show, and Jet jumping in. How are you?
Good. Just a little bit of a runny nose. It's kind of allergy season over here. It's blowing like crazy.
It's the winds. Yeah. It's a windy morning over in Simi Valley, for sure. Coming up in a moment, we have our Fresh Squeeze track of the day. Tell you about that. But first up, Jet's going to tell us what's going on in our second two breaks at 8:30 and 45.
Can you believe that?
We
They're
continue
teasing it.
our Women's History Month celebration, and our next artist, Sweet Dreams Are Made of Her. I'll let you know who she is coming up at 8:30. Who could it be? At 8:45. At 8:45, we've got our favorite.
So it looks like it's going to be in just a minute here, everybody.
All right, looking forward to that and celebrating one of our members coming up in about 30 minutes. But right now, it's time for our Fresh Squeeze track of the day, the time of morning where we try to play you something new, a little fresh, something perhaps you haven't heard before. I've been doing this a little while, so I know a few people out there, and every now and then somebody who you haven't seen for a dozen years shows up and says, "Hey, remember me? I've been working on this project with this band, and do you want to listen to it?" And I'm sure, yeah, you always have good taste, mate of mine, David. And he sent this across. We played it, I think, a couple of days ago, gave it a little debut. It's our Fresh Squeeze track of the day. The project name, I think they just came up with it a couple of days ago. It's called Moxie Blossom. Let us know if I'm wrong there, guys. And it is two folks collaborating together. And on the vocals, you're going to hear Evelyn Cormier. And then Jacob Snider is a composer, songwriter, producer. They got together. They made this song. It's our Fresh Squeeze track of the day. I'd Rather Be the Moon. Moxie Blossom.
Have you ever skipped a stone in the waves? There be no halos trailing away. I put my faith in your heart-shaped stone. So me down. I should've known. I looked up from the ocean floor, watched the moon pull the tide back to shore. Control, rising in the falling tide. I'd rather be you choose mystery.
Cheers, Ab.
Instead of my security. If you told me to build our castle in the sand, I would say your wish is my command. Never did. I would callous my hands for you. Overseas glass for you. If you ask me to sail in a storm, captain a ship while you're safe on shore. Control, rising in the falling tide. I'd rather be the moon you choose, mystery instead of my security. I can't stop the ocean. You can't change the tide. Let those white horses ride. I'd rather be the moon control, the rising and the falling tide. I'd rather be the moon you choose, mystery instead of my security. I'd rather be the moon control, the rising and the falling tide. I'd rather be the moon you choose, mystery instead of my security. I can't stop the ocean. You can't change the tide. Let those white horses ride.
All right, followed by Coldplay. Not bad.
I don't know.
Okay, so I have to turn you up. I couldn't hear you anymore. David commented. He goes, "Coffee and champagne!" Exclamation point.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. There
Yeah.
were a lot of comments that came in.
Really?
A lot of comments just came in. Yeah. So I just want to make sure I don't miss any of them. Just from starting from the bottom. NY Javi said this song made me cry.
Wow.
This song made me cry. Okay, that's the best we could ask for, right?
Right. Something so emotionally moving. That's awesome.
We've got This Is Beautiful from Spiritual Designs Tees. Thank you. Nyari Matra says, unique voice there. I love the beat. Yeah, I like the beat too. I think the beat might be maybe one of the more underrated or maybe under talked about aspects of this one. But I felt like this one just needed something like just to have it drive along, but it didn't need like a big drum kit. It just needs something. It needed more percussion than
Yeah.
something massive, right?
Because I don't think that we started out with any sort of beat, but that you ended up adding something in production. You're like, and I heard it, I'm like, wow, this makes this song like so much more vibey.
Right.
It does. It gets you kind of in a groove, and I think that it's something kind of catchy to latch onto. You know what I mean?
Totally. Totally. And I was watching this documentary the other day, and someone was quoted saying, like, if you're trying to make a great song, you can't leave any aspect out. Like everything needs to be thought about. So you might have a great song, but if you chose the wrong instruments, you're gonna have a problem. Or you might have the best production in the world, but if you don't have a good bridge, then maybe it's not really a full song yet, right?
Right.
We've been doing a lot of bridges too. Like we've been thinking a lot about making sure these songs have their proper sections, right?
Right. They're structured. They're thought out. We're not just slapping them together. Like we're really. I think that we're very. What's the word I'm looking for?
Methodical.
Yeah, and purposeful. I think just like
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is intentional with our lyrics, and that we want them to have a sort of meaning and be this sort of emotional piece that's not forced. It's just real. It just comes from us, and that
Yeah.
that's another thing for us is that we don't do demos. We make the track.
That's right.
and so it's everything that's coming out is real in the moment, and so
Totally. Yeah, I think it's like, obviously there are multiple ways to work, and I know people who do really well. Just to get super nitty gritty music talk for a second, there's some people who like to demo a song and, you know, write it on guitar and vocal or piano and vocal, and then they lay down that track, and then maybe they'll sit with that for like a week or a month or a couple months, and then it's like, all right, then we're going to record it for real later on down the line. And some people have amazing success with that. I think what we're doing at the moment, not that it might not change, but at the moment it's like, let's stick with what's happening, stay really present. And then it's been really fun to go back and forth and send each other vocals like over Google Drive and just build these tracks. A couple other people mentioned some stuff here. We've got, I forgot that you can't see the comments. Love it and so happy for you. Goosebumps and tears from C. Wright 66.
awesome.
That's amazing. If you got goosebumps and tears, then it definitely means that the song is doing something right. We've got someone saying that the lyrics paint such imagery. This is Barlogiotoni. The lyrics paint such imagery, and both of your voices are so complimentary.
Thank you.
They are kind of. Are they complimentary? I think they are. Kind of.
I think that I think that our voices complement each other, and that you know, it's part of the magic of the song, I think, for us, and that's why we were like, let's form a duo. And if our voices didn't complement each other, I think it would make the creative process a little more difficult for us.
Yeah. Gosh, it's very interesting. You know, it's hard to know. It's you never know what's going to happen when you write something, when you produce something, when you put it out there. But this idea of like, not only has it happened in a way that we're excited about, but there are other people who've heard it who are getting excited about it and wanting to play it on their radio stations. And, you know, that's why, you know, like Nick is going to be one of our very first champions, which is so cool. And these are like the early days of people just being like, I love this, I want to be a part of it. And hopefully it's the very beginning, but this is what it's all about. We've got a hello from Germany, from Ava. Hi, Ava. And we've got someone from Brazil too.
Hi. Thanks for popping on.
Buddy.
Well, listening.
And this is happening again today. So we have to listen again. I don't know if we're going live again, but we have to listen again. Yeah, crazy to get played twice in a day.
It definitely is. And I think that it's something to celebrate, something to be proud of and excited about. And just, you know, we appreciate everybody who's been supporting us and looking forward to our single that's coming out on Friday. So it's called I'd Rather Be the Moon, and you can get Spotify, iTunes, wherever you're streaming music, YouTube, by Friday. So definitely keep your eyeballs peeled.
Yeah, keep eyeballs peeled, keep your ears to the ground, as they say. This Friday, I'd Rather Be the Moon is coming out. And when we actually, if we look back on the like start of writing the song to the release of the song, it's, I think, like not even 4 weeks, right?
It's crazy. No, it's crazy fast. It's not even 30 days since we wrote, even less than that, coming up with a band and co-wrote this band name, and it's just real fun and kind of cool. And I loved how you said, I think they just came up with this like days ago. It's like, yes, we did.
Yeah. I think when he first heard the song, it was like, here's something that Jacob and Evelyn did. Check it out. And then by the time that like the next email was going back and forth. It was like, by the way, they came up with a name. It's Moxie Blossom.
Right.
We got a couple other questions here. We've got a question from Allison. Hey, Allison, what was your favorite part of working together? I'm going to give that to Evelyn.
Ooh, I think my favorite part was just how spontaneous it was. And then I think going in with no expectations of anything other than let's write a song, and then coming up with I'd Rather Be the Moon and just feeling like, wow, that was kind of magical. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I didn't feel, I've done sessions where, okay, you feel like exhausted, you feel worn out after. And I didn't feel that way with this. I felt excited. Like I got to work making the lyric video, and I got to work, you know, making graphics and things, and excited, and I wanted to share it. And I know that you talked about feeling similarly.
Oh yeah. You know, I think that's the best possible thing that you could ask for if you're an artist and you try to make stuff and you try to create, you're creative, you make songs, or if you make whatever kind of art you make. If you listen back to something or you look back at something that you did and you think, I'm proud of this and I want to show it to people.
Right.
That's the best thing. And yeah, there are totally you can have other experiences where you're like less than enthusiastic about what happened from a session. And I also think, you know, my favorite part of it is like, and this is something I only learned recently, is the freedom to feel like you can, if you're working on something creatively, the freedom that you can feel to run directly into a wall and have someone be there with you and have it not be a problem. Like in order to get to, for example, the chorus of I'd Rather Be the Moon, I'm sure there were 3 or 4 less good, less catchy, less emotional ideas that were thrown out by either you or me. But it's in those moments that like your collaborator needs to either just be like, oh, that's cool, but maybe this, or your collaborator just needs to be like, cool, and just let it happen and not be like overly what it's like when you're cooking and you just like overly fuss with it. Like you can't fuss with it.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think either of us are overly attached to the ideas that we're kind of sharing, because it's definitely a team effort. And I was even talking to somebody about this the other day. I'm like, I showed a friend Tin Can on a String, one of my new songs written, and they're like, wow, these lyrics are really cool. And they're like, there's a line in our song that says, what is it? It says, it's your line, and you say, I used to perform a daily roar, but now I barely sing. So shaking that sounds like a tin can on a string. They're like, who came up with the tin can on a string idea? I'm like, honestly, we literally both did. Like, what feed off of each other's ideas. Like, you had a concept, and you said that, you know, you remember this time when something traumatic happened to you, and that you called somebody, and it literally felt like they were so far away, like they were through like this funnel, like a tin can, and then you're like, we're like coming up with that idea of like, you're just kind of going down, you're following the trail of thought. That's you guys. And I really appreciate that about Moxie Blossom, that we really are working together. I've been in sessions where somebody takes over and it's like, okay, but you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, following the trail and just being open to whatever's going to happen, and being okay with also like something being just totally goofy or totally like wrong or not the thing that fits at all. And I feel like I said that right away, but it's when we very first did I'd Rather Be the Moon, like something like, I want you to know that whatever ideas I put out there, it's just, that's all it is. It's just an idea, and it's not personal, and it's not, if there's something that you're like, oh, I don't really dig that, just say, I don't really dig that. And if there's something that you love, just say, I love it. The problem is if you get into a collaborative situation and both people are like walking on eggshells and you're
Yeah.
both like accommodating each other, and then you make something that neither of you like.
Yeah.
But we never fell into that trap, because right at the beginning, like, I just think that's why sometimes it's really good to have like creative boundaries and creative parameters and kind of like creative rules. And my rule was just like, you know, this is like no judgment either way, whether it's a good idea, bad idea, whether you like it or don't like it, just definitely say it. And I think you can't really fake that kind of openness and that kind of collaboration. And once you get in that groove, it means that you're actually just trying to make something together and your egos are out of it. It's not an Evelyn project. It's not a Jake project. It's something we're doing together. You know, if we wanted to do those projects, we can do those projects. This is something different, and you meet halfway. And meeting halfway is, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? All right.
And I think what was that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. There's a comment I wanted to read. Go ahead.
That those either good ideas or bad ideas, any kind of ideas, they're what's leading you to the idea. You know what I mean? So you got to get them out, whether they're good or bad. They're these trains of thoughts that you're catch and you're trying to hold and follow to this unknown big idea that's kind of revealing itself in the process.
Oh yeah. Cheers to that. Okay, so there were a couple comments that came in when we were chatting. We've got this is again from NY Javi. This is the first song that has ever made me cry.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
That is amazing. Cheers to more of that. Cheers to more of that, right? David says, I can't wait for your first outdoor show. That sounds really good as well. I can't wait for that too.
Yeah. No, we were just talking recently about eventually doing like what are they, like living room shows, home shows? You travel and do these like little shows at people's houses and just like
Totally.
I love that idea. I feel like that would totally fit Moxie Blossom vibe. And just getting out again. I can't wait till we can get back and do shows and kind of interact with the fans and all that.
Me too. It's just, it's definitely, it's going to be an amazing time once we start turning the corner with this public health crisis, and we can all just be able to do some of the things that are really important for our souls, like concerts, and yeah, we need to do that. I'm already kind of imagining different ways that we could do Moxie Blossom live, and I can see one version of it where it's like really stripped down and it's like you and me and maybe one other person, and maybe we're like playing some tracks off of a laptop or something and just kind of grooving. But then I could also see it being like a bigger thing with like, maybe it's like you and me plus string orchestra playing those lines, and I'd rather be the moon, you know, where we do have, maybe there's like a percussionist and there's a string orchestra and then there's just us. That would be really fun.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
What else did we get? We got a comment from TVR Bob saying my electricity was out. Did I miss any big announcements in the beginning? Well, we did have our upcoming debut single on the radio last 5 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes. The good news.
But it's going to happen again, though, TVR Bob. It's going to happen in 2 hours at 10:15 Pacific, 1:15 East Coast. I finally got that right.
Good. Yeah, so the good news is you only half missed it. You can catch it again. So it's all good. Definitely stream it. We're
Exactly.
so and tell us how you like it. Tell us your thoughts on it. Because we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. Oh man. So what else?
Hey,
feel like
Those are the
that's like Moxie Blossom's life story, because that's the thing. Like Moxie Blossom is so brand new. It's just there's this song, it's getting played. We're writing some songs right now. I guess we can tease the fact that we've got some other songs coming.
for sure.
But people got to check this first one out first, I guess.
First one's gotta be out there. Like it's happening so soon, guys. Friday is the day.
Friday at, I remember when we were setting this, it's at 12:01 a.m.
For
Our
good luck.
time?
Yes.
East Coast time?
Coast time.
Okay, 12:01 East Coast.
So that is 9:01 West Coast.
Incredible. We are really crushing it today with the math.
We are.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Cool.
Well, this was a really good Moxie Blossom blast. I feel like we're starting to slowly but surely, we're developing a core group of Moxies, if you will. Core group. I'm starting to see my core group starting to materialize.
Moxies or Blossoms, you just tell us who you identify as. We'll make it happen.
That's right. That's right. Well, should we pop back on in like a couple hours when it's on again, or should we just like let everyone else do it? What do you think?
I think, I don't know if I want to pop back on again because I want to hear it like firsthand without.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I hear it. I want to like pour some more of this.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, well, we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
All right.
Wait, let me take a quick screenshot of us just like in our moment. This is just to capture the day. I'll try to get my phone in it. Okay. This is gonna be good. We now have 2 band photos, and that's the second one.
Oh my goodness. Well, one of these days we'll have like real life band photos. It's gonna be awesome.
We will. No, we absolutely will. As soon as it like becomes like a little bit easier, I'm definitely gonna find myself in LA, and yeah, no, I think there's gonna be no shortage of some awesome band photos.
Agreed.
A few final comments before we leave. We've got good morning, Moxie Blossom.
Good morning.
From DLUVLY07. Well, good morning to you.
Good morning.
C Right 66. Can't wait for Friday. We also can't wait for Friday. Just so everyone knows before we go, this Friday, our debut single, I'd Rather Be the Moon, is coming out. Really, really exciting. And
save it.
Say it again.
So you pre-order it and pre-save it.
Right. You can pre-save it on Spotify. You could pre-order it on iTunes. If you liked what you heard today and you're like, I want to be one of the first people who is listening to this song or owning this song,
right,
you can take steps right now. Someone says, are they playing the song mainly in LA? Yes. Right now they're playing it mainly in LA. And hopefully that's going to be changing. And how do we listen? They say right now. We've got the link in our bio, and all of our bios, in Evelyn's bio and Moxie Blossom's bio. It's 88.5 KCSN. It's Southern California radio station. And you can listen live. Nick's show is running for the next few hours. Right. And at around 1:15 East Coast and 10:15 West Coast, they'll be playing I'd Rather Be the Moon again.
Right, and that's the only way you will be able to hear this song until Friday, because it's unreleased. But the radio station is going to be playing, and
that's a long time. Between Tuesday and Friday, that could be an eternity.
Our track record for that overnight has not been good, so we're just going to say it's many hours.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for being with us as we listened to I'd Rather Be the Moon on the radio. And Evelyn, I'm excited that you're going to be able to just listen to it through your speakers in 2 hours time.
I am excited, and we'll probably call or text or whatever.
Yeah,
So we'll be in touch.
definitely.
But
All right.
thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.